Hey, everybody, welcome to Buffalo Plus and the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Mike Catalano along with Dan Fates. There's Jenna Cottrell up at practice today. Jenna, the big news today, Quinton Spain gone. What do you think to make of that?
Yeah, kind of surprising. I mean, look, we haven't seen him in the last couple of games. He wasn't at practice, but he's a guy that the Bills just signed to an extension, a $15 million one this past offseason. He's a guy that really has loved his time in Buffalo. He sent out a tweet that the fact that he will no longer be with the Bills, wanting a change of scenery. Pretty surprising, I would say, but I think that also might mean that John Feliciano is closer to getting back. He was at practice again today, so I think that's one of the positives maybe for Bills Mafia, but pretty surprising to see quietly, Spain be released.
Dan, even if Feliciano is back, you just signed Quinton Spain, and with Cody Ford's injury, it's still a surprise.
The Bills' offensive line has needed help and needed depth. Spain's foot injury was one of those things that hurt their depth, and now it seemed like he was going to be back. Was a surprise, whether he was benched or not. He's a starting NFL guard that you're just releasing for what seems like no reason, not getting anything back, couldn't find a trade partner. Quinton Spain's not going to be out of a job for long. And I thought earlier this offseason, I thought he was the most important piece that the Bills needed to re-sign. We talked about continuity on this Bills offensive line. There is now none of it with Feliciano's missed time. Ford's now week to week. And now you just cut Quinton Spain, who won the offseason workout award. Like, he seemed like he was Mr. Bill. Everything seemed to be working out. Mitch Moore said he was a great guy. He was smart as hell. He made this entire offensive line better. And now 6 games into the season, you just cut him. It makes no sense to me.
And Jenna, then Spain, tweets out basically like, well, you'll find out what the reason is, or wait till they find out what the reason is that he's cut. Strange.
Yeah, it's just been a very weird circumstance. And I think I'm curious to see what the reason is for all the reasons that Dan just mentioned, and the fact that it was so abrupt. And we actually were at practice. We were recording practice, getting video, and we saw, hey, Quinton's not out here. And then Matt Bove from WKBW said, well, look what he just tweeted out. And we started talking about it. And then about 3 minutes later, we got the text alert saying, offensive guard Quinton Spain has been released. So it was a weird experience too, because we were all finding out. And I think the Bills realized that we had found out after Spain's tweet, but a very bizarre type of scenario. Curious to see what this means.
And Dan, one, we know he has a nice watch. And two, he's not going to be out of work for very long. There's teams desperate for offensive line help.
And that's what makes this whole and that's what makes this whole thing confusing. And not only that, it's the Bills have lost 2 in a row. They're facing adversity. Sean McDermott was, I thought, very stern today. I wouldn't say he was angry, but his answers, he wasn't just sitting back in his chair like he usually does sometimes. He was like right up there. He was hitting the table a little bit. Like, he was really into this Zoom call today. And like I said, I think they're facing adversity. This is something the Bills don't need. Whatever was going on behind the scenes, whether or not that eventually comes out, it's an awkward dynamic right now in the Bills. Losing 2 in a row, injuries a concern, and then you cut what seems to be a healthy offensive guard that I'm sure will play well somewhere very soon.
All right. Well, we're going to be keeping track of all this. Make sure you go to Buffalo Plus and the Buffalo Plus YouTube page. Follow all of us on Twitter to get the latest of what's going on with the first time all year, a little drama with your Buffalo Bills. Yeah. Woo! For Dan Fates and Jenna Cottrell hiding in her car in Orchard Park.
That's been some drama because I can't find my car key.
Oh, boy. Maybe stuck in Orchard Park, Jenna Cottrell.
We're good.
I'm Mike Catalana. Thanks for watching.